Good evening, everybody. Is it going? I think we all set. Go. Alright. So, while we just kind of wait around, Riley, since you're watching, I hope you had a good first day today. And to anybody else, either watching now or coming back and watching later, also starting university for this semester, such as it is, did too. Hope everybody's managing okay, given everything that's going on. I may wind up talking about some of that because, oh boy, it's nuts. Or I might just completely leave that kind of stuff alone and just talk about philosophy stuff. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Let's jump into it and see what's going on. I'm gonna try and talk a little quieter. So if just to kind of conserve my voice because I'm back to lecturing for large portions of the day. So if at any point I am too quiet, let me know. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot, Kylie. St. Leo didn't start classes today. USF did, so I had my first couple of classes today, earlier this afternoon. So that was fun, interesting, bizarre. I dislike and object to a lot of the quarantine kind of procedures, but classes are looking good. That aside, so. Yeah, my first day at St. Leo is tomorrow as well, so I'm not actually going, though. I'm going to be teaching from literally right here for this week. So, for this week. Next week, I start actually going in. Ooh, there's food trucks this week. I have to... Oh, I might have to go. It's not having to do with school or class or anything. How late are they there, do you know? Because I'm on my way home from USF at like 5:30, so if they're still there, or how early are they? Because I'm on my way to USF at like 11. So anywhere in that window, there's two windows, I may just stop and get something. It's 11 to 2. I don't know. That'd be pushing it. I didn't actually get to my class because I start at 12:30. Let's see. I'm thinking about it. Maybe. Yeah. I will say USF is hauntingly empty by comparison to what it used to. I would say about maybe 10% of the student body that I'm used to there being there. It is a little almost eerie. In any case, we're gonna start right off the bat. Going to talk to the elusive man. Have an important businessy meeting to attend to, and he wants to talk to us about something that involves the thumbnail.
Shepard, I think we have them. Horizon, one of our colonies in the Terminus systems, just went silent. If it isn't under attack, it soon will be. Has Mordant delivered the countermeasure for the Seeker swarms?
Not yet.
Let's hope he works well under pressure. There's something else you should know. One of your former crew, Caden Alenko, is stationed on Horizon.
Last I knew, Caden was Alliance. Why is he out in the Terminus systems?
Officially, it's an outreach program to improve Alliance relation with the colonies. But they're up to something. And if they sent Commander Alenko, it must be big. I suggest you take it up with him.
I just got it. I'll check that out. Thank you very much. Otherwise, though, yes, we are on our way back to hopefully see and perhaps even save Caden.
The Collectors just happened to pick a colony with one of my former crew. I don't buy it.
It shouldn't be a surprise the Collectors are interested in you. especially if they're working for the Reapers. They might be going after him to get to you.
We should send a message to the Citadel. The Alliance can give us reinforcements.
Not until you investigate. I don't want the Alliance getting in our way. Once you have the situation under control, I'll send the message personally.
I have my doubts about that because I don't trust this bastard. Also worth noting, side completely unrelated note, we made carnitas today, which is delicious. It's one of my favorite general food dishes. And I just realized, tonight that it means, well, long story. So Saoirse has this thing where if I make any kind of like small bits of meat, usually if I'm like reducing fat for tallow, and or if I'm just like pan frying little strips of meat for anything, she consistently refers to it as meat bits, and I realized that meat bits is a perfect translation for carnitas. So she got meat bits for dinner. Quite pleased about it, and I am as well. I'm also have some. Try and avoid chewing on camera and whatnot.
Send the coordinates. We'll head straight there.
This is the most warning we've ever had, Shepard. Good luck.
Joker, set a course for Horizon. I've got to go see the professor.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Hey, talk about an action movie time crunch.
Tell me you have something.
Yes.
Hey. So, I gotta figure out who we are taking. Story-wise, probably ought to take Morden. Think about it.
Lilith, we've got a problem.
Still can't calibrate the targeting matrix?
Those defense towers are useless if we don't figure it out.
Sorry, Commander. Getting our comm systems back online takes priority.
Yeah. Okay. Surprised people haven't tried to blame that one on me, too.
People out here don't trust the Alliance. It's nothing personal. What is that?
Get everyone to the safe house. I'll cover you. Run! Hurry!
Exactly, Space Hunger Games. Abduction by Bugman.
Assuming control. are the harbinger of their perfection. Prepare these humans for ascension.
So yeah, creepy. Definitely Morden and Jack. Morden and Jack. So we need biotics. I like the assuming control lines. Matt says that whole concept is cool. Yeah, I really love it. It really fits with what you find out is really going on there. It fits, I think, very, very well. I'm gonna eventually go for tech armor. I really got. With cryoblast. Yeah, let's go with all right, Shockwave. Shockwave all the way up. That's a good one. Heavy. Oh, that's... Yeah, that's actually fine. That's kind of what I was gonna... Alright. Shepherd and... Good. That's fine. That's fine. Cool. Good. Yeah, the assuming direct control thing makes a lot of sense once it kind of all fits together plot-wise. Really like that. It's also deeply creepy. They did a really good job in this one, making the collectors very alien in a disturbing way. A lot of it has to do with the bug motif, because bugs are just kind of let's bring up programming on everything. Okay. Swarms. Seeker swarms.
Morden, you sure these armor upgrades will protect us from the Seeker swarms?
Certainty impossible, but in limited numbers, should confused detection make us invisible to swarms. In theory.
In theory?
Experimental technology. Only test is contact with seeker swarms. Have to test them in person. Should be exciting.
Hold your fire, Shepard!
What?
Oh! Not difficult!
So, I like that. I like how they did that. Because it's basically how bug spray works, like mosquito.
I'll destroy you!
It basically works like that. It doesn't like ward them off in any way, really. It just makes it so they can't find you. It masks your scent. Up.
Nothing can stop me!
Hey, got him. Good on. Yeah, that was a nice little touch. I'm glad that they went with inspired by real world technology kind of thing. I like when they do that. Alright, what do we got? There we go. Took a while. Lots of credits. Nice.
Commander, we're getting interference. MAT.
Collector ship disrupting communications.
We're on our own now. Trouble incoming!
taking fire.
Here, enjoy.
Husks. That is why crowd control effects are absolutely necessary on easier difficulties. Because husks die instantly when they're lifted.
I'll throw you like a toy!
Deploying incineration tech.
Okay.
Those things look like the husks that Geth used on Eden Prime.
Husk technology came from Sovereign.
Shit. So the elusive man was right. The Collectors answer to the Reapers.
Reasonable assumption. It does also make sense of the assuming direct control thing. What with the Reaper's penchant for assuming control of things, doctrination and all that. I do kind of wish that were left a little bit ambiguous for a while, but
This might be useful.
Looks half human. Guess we know what happened to the colonists.
No husk creation spikes. Collectors brought husks with them, taking colonists alive. Some other purpose.
Collectors must be experimenting on the colonists. What are they up to?
Sounds almost worse than what Cerberus did to me.
Find out for sure when you stop them.
These aren't the same creatures I fought on Eden Prime. They're more advanced. Evolved.
They still die when you shoot them.
The Collectors aren't getting away with more victims. Let's move out.
Whatever you say, boss lady.
all right. So what do you guys think? Would you want to hear about the crazy, wacky, absurd procedures?
Usually takes a lot of chemicals for me to get this kind of quiet.
No
Or
signs of
would
resistance.
we want to talk
Must
more
have
about
everything.
actual subject material? What kind of stuff I'm going to be teaching, and that'd be haven't talked about either. Or of course,
Do the trick.
Socrates being a troll, which we didn't really get around to talking about Thursday.
One down.
We kind of should have.
My shields are down.
Standing downwind.
What? Orden, what smells?
I can take you all.
Got him. That's it. So any preference for what you want me to like me to discuss, or if you get thoughts or questions or anything like that? Because I can really go either way. I could either do for a complete break from all of the coof stuff having to do with classes, or venting about it is always a good time. Also worth noting, I don't think my current students know that I stream yet. I didn't mention
Just
that
one
I have a
down.
YouTube channel. One would assume it is like the rest of this channel and is more academic. So, as far as I know, they're not even aware of this yet. Although, who knows? They may be at some point. And that would be kind of cool. Is that where I came through? That's not. Okay. Oh, that's right. Okay. As I will say, I don't know if, especially given how actiony this mission is, isn't that much. As cool as it is, and as interesting as it is, and how much new story elements, how many new story elements it brings up, there isn't that much that's theoretically or philosophically interesting here. What in the world was that? Oh, Thanks, Jack.
Victim appears conscious, fully aware, trapped in stasis. Fascinating.
They've been like this a long time.
Super creepy. That's horrifying. Especially what with the Seekers kind of swarming all over you. That's especially horrifying. Let's do this again. Thought this was going to be quicker, but it was, but okay. Back down. Collector particle beam acquired. This is a heavy weapon, so just for Shepard. I'm not going to use it yet, though. Because I don't need a heavy weapon. Probably wind up using that from time to time. It is a decent heavy weapon. It's incredibly precise. Basically the sniper of... here we go.
I am assuming direct control. Face your annihilation. You only damage the vessel.
I can take you. Oh! Oh!
You will know pain, Shepard. This is what you face.
Oof. I should not be... There we go. Hit. Oh.
Next, clean hit. Killed that one.
There. Probably. Oh. Come on. One more second. I have a weird issue. Cursor is wandering off onto my other monitor again. Sorry about that. I hate when that happens. Last thing I need in the middle of one of these combats is to click out of the window. Those of you just joining us, there hasn't been too much discussion worthy yet in this mission, so kind of been just going through it. Anything does come up with having to do with any of my recent videos, or having to do with classes or anything like that, feel free to ask. I'd be happy to talk about whatever you want to talk about. Otherwise, sit back and enjoy as we run through. Hey, WizKid, good to hear from you. We are doing the Horizon mission, so You're on our way to go back up if the thumbnail didn't clue you off. We're off to go meet with Hayden. Clue you. I said clue. It seems weird. Oh, WizKid, are you taking time off? I will say it's now's the time if you're gonna take some time.
Company, get out here now.
You're human. What are you doing out here? You lead them right here.
You had to hear them trying to get in. Seems like it's hard to hide from the collectors.
Those things are collectors? You mean, they're real? I thought they were just made up, propaganda to keep us in Alliance space. No, they got Lilith. I saw her go down. Sten, too. They got damn near everybody.
What's your name? What do you do here?
Name's Delan. Mechanic. I came down to check on the main grid after we lost our comm signals. And I heard screaming. I looked outside and there were swarms of bugs. Everyone they touched just froze. I sealed the doors. Damn it, it's the Alliance's fault. They stationed that Commander Alenko here and built those defense towers. It made us a target.
So, WizKid says, I refuse to go back until things are more or less stabilized. I already was feeling burnout, and this just gives me all the more reason to take a bit of a break. I understand. Get it. Yeah, I'll say it is really a toss-up for me in terms of people I'm talking to, because I'm getting all kinds of messages, of course. Whether things are going to continue along the way they are. There's a lot of other faculty and staff who are basically seems like working under the assumption that this kind of arrangement is going to continue more or less indefinitely. There is even talk at USF at least of this continuing on through next semester, which is insane, way beyond insane. And part of that, honestly, is because the wheels of bureaucracy turn very, very slowly. And once all of this kind of thing is set up, it is a huge commitment that they're not likely to just kind of let go at any given point. So, yeah, that is a serious concern of mine. That this is going to last way, way longer than anyone could think is reasonable. Who are on board with it for whatever reason. A lot of that, though, is also administration types who are lawsuit averse and stuff. That's another big part of it. Otherwise, though, a lot of other people, not a lot of other people, some other people are basically thinking that that this is going to gradually loosen as the semesters go on, for whichever universities, and probably goes for everywhere. I'm a little bit optimistic, or I'm hopeful, but I'm not optimistic as far as that goes. I think there is a possibility that restrictions will loosen. I think what's more likely is sanitation theater for the grown-ups and the dirty, nasty college kids, no offense to the college kids in my audience, which is all of my audience, but let's be honest, are going to do what they always do, which is to share germs with one another. Thankfully, this time it is just COVID and not venereal diseases. So you take some, you lose some, right? Yeah, it's that is what I suspect will happen. That the rules will stay in place, but they will be more and more gradually ignored. Especially, hopefully, but especially by students. Then there's the other side of it, which are the people who are fearful, expectant, or even hopeful for a transition to full online if there is another outbreak on campus, which has been the case elsewhere, because of course it has. There's a bunch of, like I said, young people who are exchanging germs with each other. So that's what young people do. Trust me, I've been one. I don't mean the venereal disease kind of terms. I mean like existing in close proximity to each other, sharing food, not washing utensils. I washed my hands like twice, maybe 3 times a day, throughout at least some periods of undergraduate. So it was basically just when I went to the bathroom and usually when I ate. You know, it's not like kids who just moved away from home are going to be the cleanest of people. I sure wasn't. But it is what it is. That's going to happen. What weirds me out a little bit is this weird assumption that this weird assumption from what seems like a lot of people that most people aren't going to get the coof. Like, it seems very obvious to me. It's been my assumption for months now that everyone, or basically everyone, is going to get it. I've been assuming that I was going to get it at some point for quite some time. I'm almost surprised I haven't. I'm actually not the least bit surprised I haven't. There have been like double-digit cases in our county total, so whatever. Maybe triple-digit by now, but much low triple-digit, if even. So now with going back into the city for teaching, there is a little bit more of a chance of contracting it. But, you know, I see it as an inevitability. I think people should think of it as more of an inevitability rather than something to try and avoid indefinitely, because then you're going to be ruining your life and the lives of people. It's not a life. That's surviving. So WizKid says bureaucrats need to die. Metaphorically, perhaps. Let's say they need to die off, as in their positions need to die off. Let's go with that. That is the safe, nice, bureaucrat and YouTube friendly way to say that. I do, in fact. A lot of educational institutions are overly bloated with bureaucracy. I want to make sure I'm kind of it causes problems way more than it solves. The hysteria is pretty. Kylie, I too have sanitation stuff. It's not like I'm going around licking doorknobs. Now, to be fair, I've had this thought recently, especially recently, that it would have been very convenient for me to have gotten sick in June, maybe early July, and then now not had to worry about it. That would have been perfect. It would have been absolutely perfect. I would be fine now. And I would have already gotten it over with, and it was while I was sitting around basically doing nothing except maybe some of this, you know? So maybe I should have been out licking doorknobs a couple months ago. Don't lick doorknobs, kids. WizKid says it could be worse. If dorms were open, we'd have COVID and VD. Yeah, dorms are open in most colleges, and there probably is a nice milieu of herpes, etc. Anyway, WizKid also says if they do always online, then I guess I'll just become a tradesman. Indoctrination Central isn't worth this. If you want an online education, there are ways of getting it for way less than what a university is going to charge. I've always I'm a big proponent of a classical liberal arts university, but I'm a proponent for it for the communal academic experience of it, not for just the information that it will convey to you, because I can convey to you the same information that I can in the classroom this way, right? But you won't learn as much, even if I convey exactly the same information, because you're not interacting in the classroom. It's very different. So everyone has always known this. Every educator has always known that, well, not but since online education has started to become a thing, every educator has always known that online is a shallow imitation of real classroom learning, and yet now we're having to wave our arms around and pretend that the virtual classroom is just the same as the in-person classroom. It's not true. It's a shallow substitute and maybe for some people that is enough, and maybe it is. In some cases, it probably is, but it does not measure up to an actual in-person education. And yeah, it's not about flattening the curve anymore. It's all about power, like we always knew was going to happen. Yeah. WizKid says that too, talking about online stuff. I could take my whole psych course at U of M online, but I thrive and learn best in a classroom setting, where I can meme and ask questions and be actively engaged. Everyone does. Everyone does. I'm not convinced there are exceptions to that rule. I genuinely think that everyone, given the option, will learn better in person than purely online. There may be incredibly rare exceptions to that, but they probably have something to do with accessibility reasons, not having to do with learning styles. Any learning style that you can communicate online very well, you can do just as well or better in person. Absolutely convinced of that. Let's see what's up with our boyfriend.
Tell me more about this Alliance rep.
Commander Olenko? Heard he was some kind of hero or something. That mean nothing to me, though. Would rather he'd stayed back in Council space.
Any idea what he was doing on Horizon?
Supposed to be helping us get the defense towers up and running. I got the feeling he was here for something else. Spying on us, maybe.
Probably not, but okay. We ran into Space Alex Jones. A follower.
Tell me about the colony defense towers.
A gift from the Alliance. High-powered Guardian lasers. Supposed to keep hostile ships from landing near the colony. Had to build a massive underground generator just to give it enough juice. Only we couldn't get the targeting systems online. So the Alliance gave us a giant gun that couldn't shoot straight. Stupid sons of bitches.
Wait a minute. They're Guardian lasers. Those are literally lasers, usually infrared. They're usually used for anti-fighter defenses on capital ships. I know way too much about this stuff. Those didn't look like Guardian lasers, and they definitely don't look like Guardian lasers when they're firing solid rounds at the collector ship later on. But we'll burn that bridge when we come.
Why do you think this is the Alliance's fault?
We're just a small colony. Nobody bothered us before we started building those damn defense towers and drew attention to ourselves. I left Council space to get away from the Alliance. Nothing good ever comes from getting mixed up with them.
The Collectors are targeting remote colonies. The Alliance was trying to help.
I don't need their help. Too many strings attached. That rep said he was just here to get the towers online, but mark my word, there's more to it.
WizKid says, I can see it being true for some people's personal preference being online, but it's definitely not for everyone, and for me personally, that routine helps me keep on top of things and keep me sane. Like I said, I honestly think that anything that can be done, educationally speaking, anything that can be done online can be done as well or better in person. The only upside for a purely online education is accessibility, and that can mean accessibility due to disability, etc., or that can simply mean accessibility in terms of I can teach people in Michigan, or I can teach people anywhere in the world, and people anywhere in the world can seek people much, much smarter than me, the best in any subject, to teach them. It widens the market. So that is a benefit of online education, but that's the only one I can think of. Really is. Wow, okay, well Max says I learn better online. It's just in person, it goes through one ear and out the other. Sounds like you have bad teachers. Not gonna name names, I suppose, but just saying. I think you could use better teachers. And WizKid, so on that point, WizKid says maybe the problem is more teaching styles than merely the act being in person. Yeah, and being in person facilitates better teaching, but you can still be a crappy teacher in person, right? That's a thing you can do. You can sit there and act like you're speaking into a camera and not interact with the real people sitting in front of you or the chat or whatever, right? or engage, actually bring hands-on stuff, walk around, make that personal connection, all of the things which are not allowed now, which is that drives me insane. I've probably mentioned this on stream before. I know I've mentioned this to a lot of people in person, maybe you guys too, in chat at least, somewhere. But it's gonna bug me basically this whole semester that I make it a habit to study a lot of the research in novel pedagogies and effective teaching techniques and all of that. I've done research on the subject myself. I've presented my own research on this stuff. Right? I'm not an expert, but I at least know what I'm talking about. And the restrictions being put in place are making all of that impossible, like directly impossible. Not all, well, but a lot of it, far, far too much, of the best teaching techniques are now no longer permissible. Because a lot of it involves group work. I talked about this on one of my Red Dead streams. A lot of that involves group work. It involves conversations between students. It involves, face-to-face contact, literally face-to-face contact, right? Which develops a kind of personal connection relating to students, and even that little bit makes a huge difference. And it's now, don't have faces anymore. Oh man. WizKid says, all the good professors I've had have been phenomenal, and the bad ones have been trash tier, so apparently I've managed to dodge the mediocre tier. And that's another thing, is I study pedagogical techniques, and I also watch lectures and seminars and stuff from some of the best teachers in the world, through great courses, through YouTube, through all kinds of stuff like that. Audio presentations and anything like that. And it's not necessarily for the content. I'll go for an example. Jordan Peterson's Maps of Meaning lectures, that course, that whole semester course that's on YouTube, he is a phenomenal teacher. I'm not listening to him to learn about psychology, because a lot of the actual subject material is not very relevant to my academic interests. It's interesting because he makes it interesting, but it's not relevant to me. What's relevant to me is the way he teaches, which is incredible. It's very, very engaging, especially given that it's an almost exclusively lecture format. He does it very, very well. I try to emulate that kind of thing, both from, Peterson's just an example, but a lot of the teachers I have had, and a lot of the teachers I listen to, there's a lot to learn from that. Which, if you're going to try and do something, learn from the best by kind of watching and imitating. It's Aristotle's recommendation, at least, and I think. This kid says that the thing I dislike about group work is that, in my experience, it almost always devolves into people cheating for each other, less about actively discussing and learning the material. Yeah, and I don't mean like group projects, like you guys work together on this project that you are going to turn in as a group. Not what I mean. I mean very short-term, transient groups. Like, hey, turn to the people around you, and figure out a solution to this. Right? Basically, it's just like really short-term collaborations with usually unstable groups, so not necessarily the same group, so you have people bouncing around a lot. That is, in my experience and by my research, some of the best ways to teach a class. The problem is that now you can't do that because you need copious amounts of space. So, hey, yeah. That's a good idea. Listen to the Maps of Meaning lectures. It like I said, especially if it is your area of interest. Check it out. It's very good. I've watched the whole thing through once. I've watched the beginning part, the first 4 or 5 Pinocchio part. I've watched the Pinocchio part probably 3 or 4 times. His biblical lectures were also very good. The lectures on Genesis. He's wrong about a lot, but like I said, it's not the subject matter. I learn more about how to teach from his teaching than I learn about the actual subject material, because a lot of what he says is insightful, but there's a lot of what he says that I know is a little bit wacky. He's a psychologist, a Jungian and very modernist psychologist reading text. There's going to be problems.
If you have defenses, we can use them against the Collector ship.
You'd need to calibrate the targeting system first. It's never worked right.
Shouldn't be hard to figure out. Just need the location.
Head for the main transmitter on the other side of the colony. Pretty hard to miss. The targeting controls are at the base.
Alexa, play Hot for Teacher. Oh, wait, I don't... WizKid, play Hot for Teacher. Instead of talking about it. That's what the chili pepper is for on Rate by Professors. You just leave it there, and then you don't talk to your friend. It's weird. Yeah, the Bible lectures. It is good. But just go in knowing that he makes some theological errors, even some mythological errors. There's some weird mythological errors. Basically, all right. So rambling time about this a little bit. He basically reads the creation narrative of Genesis 1 as a traditional Near Eastern creation myth of separating order from chaos. From the primal chaos, order is drawn out of it. Very, very distinctly different from that. Check out Bishop Barron's lectures on Genesis for a probably better perspective on this, which is that Genesis is uniquely, among Near Eastern creation myths, it is uniquely a God creating from nothing, not through bringing being into submission, not by pulling being out of chaos or anything like this, right? None of these violent metaphors happen. All of reality is spoken into being, and I'm surprised he misses that. Because he wants to make too many connections with, like, Gilgamesh and whatnot. Rather than recognizing the sort of uniqueness of the creation myth of Genesis. Kylie says, Rate My Professor had the pepper feature on there, but they took it down? That's probably for the best. Let's be honest, it's probably for the best. My department chair at USF, he is, I think I'm safe saying that he basically looks like a hobbit, because that's how he describes himself. And usually he describes himself as such on his Rate My Professor's page, which he makes fake ratings at least once or twice a semester, for the sake of the class. And he always gave back when it existed, I suppose. He always gave himself the chili pepper, despite being like maybe 5'3". He says Hobbit. I might lean Leprechaun. Bit of a gin. Anyway, but he's also genuinely hilarious, as you might know from the absurdity of rating himself hot every semester.
It's probably just better if you stay out of the way.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I'll let you out, but I'm locking the door behind you. I'm not taking any chances. Good luck. I think you're gonna need it.
Kind of wondering where my chili pepper went. I thought it was just because I got fat. Believe it or not, I used to have a chili pepper. Crazy, huh? That sound. Not a good sound. Oh, bad sound.
Assuming control.
I'll destroy you! Should have run.
Pain is an illusion.
Darn it, really?
This hurts you. I will show you true power. This hurts you.
Oh, not a sound. There it is. Okay.
This is what you face. My attacks will tear you apart.
Should do the trick.
Darn it. Okay, that's not good.
This body's pain is irrelevant. You only damage the vessel.
Hey, Kylie, I can be negative about my fat body. It happens. It's what happens when you get old. I am, as a lot of my old students used to say, ancient and timeless, among other things. Now, I will say, as you maybe well, in addition to me just not being nearly as active as I used to be, quarantine took its toll. Thankfully, I'm now walking 2 miles a day to get to class, so, you know, that'll help a lot. Help a lot. It's hopefully, it should help a lot. It actually will. Should. Regardless, though, if that helps or not, yeah, it's also that I think I've talked about this on stream before as well. Erica and I used to LARP regularly, which is a hell of a lot of exercise, compared to my current amount of exercise, which is almost none, because I don't leave the house except to, you know, play in the backyard and stair shit. That's about it. It's my only exercise these days, which is not enough. Hey. WizKid says my weight is more or less stabilized, but I'm still far away from where I want to be. Yeah, I get that. My weight is not stabilized. It's fluctuated quite a bit. Every time I notice that that I've gained a lot of weight, I'll take some of it off again, but then it comes back, because of course it does. So.
I'll take it.
Because, you know, I'm a bit sedentary these
Surprised
days,
we
like
haven't run
everybody
across
else.
more frozen colonists.
Colonists loaded onto ship. Collector's nearly finished here. Need to hurry.
Emily says St. Leo is also doing a well-being program for 10 people in faculty or staff this semester. Be a cool thing to check out. It's free. Neat. If I had the dedication, I'd do something like that. I don't know. I have thought about actually, you know, going to the gym on campus because good, and doing that regularly. But it is such a pain to, you know, pack a change of clothes and all that kind of stuff. Why is this happening? Cursor is wandering off. WizKid says, so I might have to check it out, but let's see. I'll also see how much I'm on campus. If I'm regularly on campus, there's a much higher possibility. WizKid says, although I do actually get a bit of exercise now thanks to my job stocking shelves. Hey, it helps. Okay, I'm not gonna knock that at all. Let's switch to swords.
Not a problem.
Change weapons.
It's long range time. So I'm gonna try desperately to cheat this fight. It's a heck of a thing. Alright. Ah, there it is. Nope. You guys see what I'm shooting at, yeah? Not just crazy. Because there's two of these, and I'd like to take one out before I run. On the plus side, WizKid says, I have shorts that actually more or less fit me properly now, so that's cool. Yeah, that's good. 2 rounds left to not kill. Well, I heard it. Let's move in and see how much I heard it. Oh, okay. Almost got it.
Just the thing to help.
Ah, the sound is bad.
Taking heavy fire!
Woof.
Deploying incineration tech. One down.
Darn it.
Should burn nicely.
There we go. Alright.
There's the transmitter.
Alright, let's find ammo first. I blew all of it. No. Right. Yeah, that was not an easy fight, and the rest of the actual boss fight here is probably gonna have to use my particle beam. We'll see. And Wizkid says, I'll be honest with you guys, I might zonk out of here in a bit. I've had a bit of a long day and sickly last few days as well. Exhausted. Well, if you gotta go, you gotta go. I probably won't, I'm thinking I might not actually go all the way to midnight tonight. I'm gonna save those power cells for later. I may not go all the way to midnight tonight because I also had quite the long day, and I expect another long day tomorrow. At least my long day tomorrow will be from here. So, let's see. Like I said, I'm probably not going to go the whole time, but I am going to go for at least another hour, maybe 2. Let's see. Also have to get up early. I have early classes. You know, they don't have early classes. It's nice. 12:30. But yeah, Wizkid, if you got to get some sleep, by all means, do so. Particularly if it is a matter of fighting off a particular unnamed virus. Sorry, communist virus. Don't want to blame the Chinese. We need Chinese communists. Kylie says I have 3 classes tomorrow. One of them being choir. How are they doing choir? I'm curious. Are we singing in mass? Are we doing? Are we just standing apart, or what's the deal? Curious. In part because I'm rather offended by the idea, by a lot of what music programs are doing for quarantine measures of like putting a sock over the end of a clarinet kind of. That is
Normandy,
offensive
do you
to
copy?
band.
Joker here.
Band nerd
Signal
soul.
sweet, Commander, but we got you.
All right, do this.
Edie, can you get the colony's defense towers online?
Errors in the calibration software are easily rectified, but it will take time to bring the towers to full power. I recommend a defensive posture. I will not be able to mask the increased generator output.
Great. We play piggy in the middle while she sorts out the batteries.
So Kylie says, to clarify, we're doing a virtual concert for big events, rehearsing in person, sometimes doing outside events. Cool. I like outside events. I think that is probably the best solution. I would have class more outside, but we do have quite a bit of technology reliance with the whole distance learning thing, so it's fortunately unlikely. Very unfortunately. I do generally outside, and just yelling at everyone across the field is honestly kind of my preferred way to teach, just kind of in the agora.
Got any other helpful tips?
Just one. Enemy reinforcements are closing in. I suggest you ready weapons.
Well, okie dokie. Switch.
Right.
Should do the trick.
There is no pain. There is no fear.
It's about to get fun.
Your form is fragile.
Damn it! Lost.
All right.
Neutralized.
Bypassing failsafes and attempting emergency power-up. Please hold the defense tower.
Nothing can stop me!
Next. Thought I was harmless, did you?
No one should make that horrible mistake.
Doubtful that enemy has withdrawn. Reinforcements likely.
Yeah, Kylie. Unfortunately, I am unlikely outside classes, just because I have a lot of people zooming in to pretty much all my classes. Zooming, or I guess Microsoft Teams.
Guardian anti-ship
USF
batteries at 40%.
More coming! We got their attention.
Assuming direct control. Assuming direct control.
Just the thing to help.
Guardian anti-ship batteries at 60%. Seeking targeting protocols to Normandy systems. Continue to protect the tower.
One down!
Not difficult.
Okay. Anyway. Zoom sneaking. That's a thing that
No
can
way
happen,
that's it.
I suppose.
Gotta be more soon.
Don't think... Well, I don't know. I would... now, I will say... I will say that I... that's horrifying. I would prefer, in
Edie,
general,
we need that system
to have...
online.
to
Don't know
have,
what that is.
Stuff online available for just about anybody who wants it. But I am not confident that I would be allowed, and I would want to make sure that it would be okay with my students first. My students who are in the classroom.
Firing anti-ship batteries at collector vessel.
This isn't actually so bad.
Deploying incineration tech.
My attack didn't work!
Should burn through any armor.
I've got another one!
There we go. Alright. Got him. Killed him. Yeah, those aren't lasers. Those are railgun turrets. 100%.
Got what they came for. Colin is still on board.
No! Don't let him get away!
Funny story, that's a bit of a tonal shift, but funny story nonetheless. Erica says, going back to the chili pepper thing, I told Vince that if people didn't say he was hot, I'd kill them. As, you know, obviously. But if they did, I'd still kill them for looking at him. That does not have to be said on the stream. Okay, oh wait, I should have read that. But, you know. Sorry. It's funny, all right? It is a very funny approach to your husband being rated for his looks by strange others. Kind of, it really is sketchy, and I am kind of glad they got rid of it. But what?
There's nothing we can do. They're gone.
Half the colony's in there. They took Egan and Sam and Lilith. Do something.
I didn't want it to end this way. I did what I could.
No reason for regret, Shepard. Nobody else could do better.
Shepard? Wait. I know that name. Sure, I remember you. You're some type of big Alliance hero.
Commander Shepard, captain of the Normandy, the first human Spectre, savior of the Citadel. You're in the presence of a legend, Delan. And a ghost.
All the good people we lost and you get left behind. Figures. Screw this. I'm done with you Alliance types.
I thought you were dead, Shepard. We all did.
It's been too long, Caden. How have you been?
Is that all you have to say? You show up after 2 years and just act like nothing happened. Thought we had something, Shepard. Something real. I loved you. Thinking you were dead tore me apart. How could you put me through that? Why didn't you try to contact me? Why didn't you let me know you were alive?
Not my choice. I spent the last 2 years in some kind of coma while Cerberus rebuilt me.
You're with Cerberus now. I can't believe the reports were right.
Reports? You already knew?
Alliance intel thought Cerberus might be behind the missing human colonies. I got a tip this colony might be the next one to get hit. Anderson stonewalled me, but there were rumors that you weren't dead, that you were working for the enemy.
Building the defense towers was just a cover story. The Alliance sent you here to investigate me, didn't they?
I was here for Cerberus. You were just a rumor. I wanted to believe you were alive, but I never expected anything like this. You turned your back on everything we believed in. You betrayed the Alliance. You betrayed me.
Oof.
Caden, you know me. You know I'd only do this for the right reason. You saw it yourself. The Collectors are targeting human colonies, and they're working with the Reapers.
I want to believe you, Shepard, but I don't trust Cerberus. They could be using the threat of a Reaper to manipulate you. What if they're behind it? What if they're working with the Collectors?
Too hung up on Cerberus, ignoring the real threat.
I don't know if I want to say this. It's true, though.
You're letting how you feel about their history get in the way of the facts.
Maybe. Or maybe you feel like you owe Cerberus because they saved you. Maybe you're the one who's not thinking straight. You've changed, but I still know where my loyalties lie. I'm an Alliance soldier. Always will be. I've got to report back to the Citadel. They can decide if they believe your story or not.
Ouch.
I could use someone like you in my crew, Caden. It'll be just like old times.
No, it won't. I'll never work for Cerberus. Goodbye, Shepard. And be careful.
Joker, send the shuttle to pick us up. I've had enough of this colony.
Ouch. That's rough. Like I've said, I don't usually romance Caden, so that is it's more or less the same thing, but with some added emotional beats. Man, that is, even the parts that are the same, whether you're romancing them or not, way more impactful circumstances. Wait, WizKid, you don't recognize that music? That is the music for, I believe it's for Vigil, from Mass Effect 1, for the Prothean VI that you talk to near the end of the game. that's the music. So, that is a nice little callback to the first game. Most of the musical notes and most of the musical themes in the second game are new. There aren't really adaptations of the first game. That one, excuse me, sorry about that. That one, though, is pulled straight from it. Pull up, that's good. Collectors escape with approximately 1/3 of Horizon's population. Front Corporation supplies monetary aid. Collector leader, Harbinger, demonstrates a personal interest in Shepard. Unclear whether this ability to possess his minions is cybernetic override, indication of a hive mind among collectors, or even Reaper technology at work. Salvage teams captured collector bodies for study. Collector particle beam. This focused radiation weapon is very effective against shields. The amount of energy required to create a destructive beam is several orders of magnitude more than the amount needed to launch a hive projectile via a Mass Effect field. The weapon you've retrieved appears to be a beam weapon of collector origin, but efforts to understand the technology and replicate it have failed. With enough research, Normandy's engineers will be able to beam weapons, perhaps on a larger scale. Kelly says, yo, I'm going to hit the hay so I can get a few good hours before school tomorrow. Love the live stream and can't wait until everyone is doing how long. Good night, Kylie. Thanks for stopping by. I will see you around, possibly next week when I'm around campus, hopefully. Otherwise, I will definitely see you on Thursday or at least if you're here, for the Red Dead stream, which we are still doing this week. I'm gonna play it by ear moving forward. We'll see. For now, I probably am gonna stick with Monday, Thursday. It should work okay. But we'll see. We'll see moving forward how that fits with my schedule. I might still need to move. Got some extra stuff. I'm going to do some research for that. Like I said, we'll see how late we wind up going tonight, so we'll see how much you miss. I'm probably just going to do some introductory stuff, not actually going to go and get any because there are more squad mates to go and pick up immediately after this. Actually, I don't know. Maybe we'll get Tally. I mean, that was a spoiler. Maybe we'll go get Tally. Let's see.
Shepard, good work on Horizon. Hopefully the Collectors will think twice before attacking another colony.
It's not a victory. We interrupted the Collectors, but they still abducted half the colony.
That's better than an entire colony, and more than we've accomplished since the abductions began. The Collectors will be more careful now, but I think we can find another way to lure them in.
Caden said the Alliance got a tip about me and Cerberus. Was that you?
I may have let it slip that you were alive, and with Cerberus.
You risked the lives of my friend, my crew, and that entire colony, just to lure the Collectors there?
A calculated risk. I suspected the Collectors were looking for you, or people connected to you. Now I know for certain. I told you I wouldn't sit and wait while the Reapers and Collectors gather strength. Besides, they would have hit another colony eventually, and without a way to predict which one, they would have abducted everyone.
Yeah, well, that's not the first time. Or will it be the last that this man has sneaky this, which has resulted in. Yeah, nice guy.
We have to make sure they don't abduct anyone else.
I want the Collectors stopped for that very reason. That's why we're doing this, Shepard. I'm devoting all resources to finding a way through the Omega-4 relay. We have to hit them where they live. Your team will need to be strong, as will their resolve. There's no looking back. The same goes for you. Can I assume you've put your past relationships behind you?
None of your damn business.
If it affects the mission, better you should leave it behind. Shepard, once you find a way through the Omega-4 relay to the Collector homeworld, there's no guarantee you'll return. To have any hope of surviving, you and your entire team must be fully committed to this.
Let me worry about them. You just find us a way to the Collector homeworld.
I just want to be upfront about your odds. You'll need everyone at their best. I've forwarded 3 more dossiers. Keep building your team while I find a way through the relay. And be careful, Shepard. The Collectors will be watching you.
I guess we're really gonna do it. Hit the Omega-4 relay.
take the fight to the Collectors in person. Looking forward to the action. After seeing what those bastards did on Horizon, though, makes you think.
They're powerful, but we've got a few tricks for them. If anyone can stop them, we can.
No argument there, Commander. Horizon just made it hit home. What we're doing, what we're up against. Gonna go take care of a little unfinished business. I imagine everyone else is too. Getting some closure, you know?
Right, so let's see what we can do here. Some upgrades. Man. Oh man. All of these. It's for shotguns. That's the pointless one. That I need. Or 20% health, nice. Oh, damage resistance from melee attacks, not bad. Don't have a lot of platinum spare, so I'm not gonna. All right, I got to do some resource harvesting off stream, I think. Some routine.
I saw the reports on Horizon, Commander. What you did was amazing. The report mentioned that Cade Nolenko was there. How did that go?
We've been through a lot. I wish we could have had more time together.
Do you have strong feelings for him?
Caden's an incredible man. I didn't like saying goodbye.
I'm sorry. Parting ways with someone so close is never easy.
I appreciate that, but I'll be okay.
Anyway, how may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
You have unread messages at your private terminal. Operative Lawson would like to see you at her station on the crew deck. Operative Taylor would like to see you over in the armory. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Stuff I need to do.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Upstairs for that. Oh, well, I was gonna say I'd feed the fish, but I forgot to get... Yeah, Eric is this I'm cold. Good.
Commander, thank you for your time. I'll keep this brief. We have a deep cover operative out in Batarian space. Name's Dr. Amanda Kenson. Dr. Kenson recently reported that she found evidence of an imminent Reaper invasion.
So why call me?
Just this morning I received word that the Batarians arrested her. They're holding her in a secret prison outpost on terrorism charges. I need you to infiltrate the prison and get her out of there. As a favor to me, I'm asking you to go in alone.
I'm gonna have to do this later, but I assume I can pick up the mission now, because this is Arrival. It's supposed to happen after the suicide mission. Okay.
I have a hell of a squad with me. I'm sure they'd help out.
Jensen is my friend. If the Batarians see a squad of armed soldiers, they'll kill her. This is serious, Commander. Go in with discretion, or don't go at all.
What else can you tell me about the operative?
Amanda's a top scientist and Alliance agent working in Batarian space. It's a deadly assignment, and she's one of the few up to the challenge. She and I go back pretty far, Commander. I won't let her run away in a Batarian torture camp.
What's Dr. Kenson actually doing out there?
She's a deep cover operative, Shepard. We talk only when we have to. I'd heard she was investigating a rumor of a Reaper artifact in the system. Her last report said she'd found it.
I thought the Alliance denies the Reaper threat. That must be some proof she found.
Kenson's team found an artifact out in Batarian space. She believes it's a Reaper device, proof that the Reapers are indeed planning to invade. I've known her a long time. If she says she has proof, it's worth checking out.
The Batarians won't take kindly to the Alliance breaking into a secret prison.
This is not an Alliance operation. It's one person going in alone to save a friend, Nothing to worry about.
Okay. We will eventually do this. Sometime, though.
I'll make this a priority.
The prison is hidden underground in a Batarian outpost in Aratat. I'll upload the coordinates now. Once she's secure, confirm her discovery. We'll debrief you when you're back.
Got it.
Hackett out.
Okay, well, like I said, I will eventually do that. The Elusive Man. I see you awakened Okir's Krogan. That'd be Grunt. A dangerous decision, but you've got free reign in this operation. If you're certain he'll be a useful member of the team, you've got my support. We need every weapon we can get in this battle. If this Grunt proves unreliable and has to be put down, don't lose the body. Based at least partially on Collector technology and could offer useful genetic data. But again, charge. Yeah, creepy. Glad you're okay, from Kate Bauman. Kate Bauman. Called in some favors and found out how to get you and what you're working on. Got a big celebration planned for the anniversary of you and the others saving Terra Nova. Oh, that's right. Bring down the sky. Last year we added a memorial for you too. I guess that was premature, huh? Neat. I never realized that. I figure finding out who's attacking colonies is why you had to go undercover. So I won't invite you to come give a speech or anything, but I wanted you to know that all of us living on colonies are worried about what's happening in permanent systems. Really glad you're there to help. There's a lot of crazy military talk going around. I'm glad someone's there who's not going to take the easy. Thanks. From, if you remember, that Batarian terrorist group that was going to crash an asteroid into Terra Nova, apparently there is a memorial to Shepard on Terra Nova. Neat. Thank you again from Martin Burns. Odina said this would reach you. Wanted you to know that I haven't forgotten what you did to me the day those crazy biotics took me hostage. You talked them down and you got me off that ship alive. Again, if you don't remember, this was when we rescued the Alliance representative from the biotic terrorists who wanted reparations for psychological and physiological. I won't lie to you, I took this job for the pull of the power. Saw the biotics issue as a stepping stone, something good to put on my resume, and we all serve humanity in our own way. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm going to see to it that humanity reaches its potential with a minimum of bloodshed. Getting letters of thanks from L2 biotics who just received their reparations. Those letters should really be coming to you. Just thought you should know. Good luck. I've taken some political heat, so I don't know that any offer to help you would ever be useful, but if you need me, I will be down. Martin Burns, Chairman, Subcommittee for Transhuman Studies. See, these are the little things where the impact of what you did previously just kind of starts to build up. Sucker for that stuff. I love it. Untitled from Error. Hey, Shepard, heard I have you to thank for getting me out of purgatory. Sent a ship to round me up, but they didn't weapons check good enough. I'm gonna carve your name instead of mine into my next victim as thanks. Got me? Got anyone you need dead? Uh-huh. You did take a shot at me on the way out, though, so I have to kill you. You know how it goes. Dad taught me that you let anybody hurt you, they get ideas, so you make sure to send a message. Not like I'm sending now, though. See you around. The people who live here are coming back, and it's showtime. Look around for your name. I'll make sure you find it before I find you. Billy. So by contrast with the last one, sometimes doing good things does not have the best ones. Robin Reeve. Commander, the Alliance soldier here gave me this contact information. I hope this reads. You said you were trying to help stop those collectors. They took my son and my brother. Have you found them? Where they're going? Good looking, but so many people are just gone. Every family lost someone. Children are the worst. Empty desks at the schools. Winter clothes that never... Please, the Alliance isn't doing anything. The Council isn't doing anything. If you can find our people, I'm begging you to do. Tell me something I can do. Tell me anything. Yeah, this one is the... As with many trilogies, probably I don't know if this is the low point, but it's on the way down. Low point may be the beginning of the third game. I'll say that. We'll come back to that, and we'll come back to that. Cool. Now, space hamster. Sweet. Go here. We'll talk to Jacob. Talk to Miranda. Let's go. Her. And I think we've got time to go and get Tally. Go and recruit Tally. Not a long mission.
Commander, sorry I'm a little unfocused. Personal matter. It won't affect my duties.
The yeoman said you wanted to see me. What's this about, Jacob?
As I said, it's a personal matter. I don't want to waste our time if it turns out to be a goose chase. But... well, I got pinged by a ghost the other night. Family.
I'm listening.
My private log got an update about the Hugo Gernsback, the ship my father served on. It sent an SOS last week, reporting a crash and requesting a rescue. Shepard, that ship went missing 10 years ago. I hadn't talked to my father for 3 years before that. I've buried everything but a body. I'm not convinced it isn't just some automated distress signal ticking over. It's been too long.
I'd think you'd be more excited that your father might be alive.
He wasn't around enough for me to have bad memories. It's an old, well-healed wound. But if he's actually alive and needs help... I also want to note that it's not normal procedure for distress calls to be routed to the Normandy. This was passed to my personal log through Cerberus filters.
That's sketchy.
Any signs that this is a Cerberus front? Who passed this to you?
I doubt the elusive man would let a direct operation stake hold this long. If there's a link, it's probably just about money. Cerberus needs diverse holdings to fund projects like, well, you. And whoever sent this my way covered their tracks. Someone could be fishing for favors, or thought it would get under my skin. Who knows with that bunch?
Okay.
You didn't get along with your father?
He made no apologies, I'll give him that. You make a mistake, you own up to it. Even if you keep making it. Whatever problems we had were a lifetime ago. I've had 10 years to get to where I am. And as far as I know, he's still a ghost.
Tell me about the Hugo Gernsback and what it was doing.
Privately held frigate. I looked over the mission brief when it disappeared. Nothing stood out. Typical research and grab operation. Find an uncharted planet, stake a claim, and establish as large a presence as you can as fast as possible to shut out competitors.
Homesteading ship. Simple enough. I dig it.
I think we can spare the time. Pass the coordinates to Joker.
I appreciate that, Commander. I don't expect more than dusty old bones, but it'll be good to close the record.
Oop, there's a wall. Okay. Let's go talk to Miranda.
Miranda wants to see you, Commander.
Speaking of. Let's also talk to Grunt. We haven't talked to Grunt since we woke up. Let's see how he's doing. Miranda first.
Shepard, I find myself in the unpleasant position of asking for your help. I don't like discussing personal matters, but this is important.
This is... That just reminded me of... honestly, that just reminded me of a lot of my students, because I'm teaching honor students for in USF, and it is... honor students have an earned reputation for not wanting to ask for help and like seeing it as a weakness and wanting to avoid doing so. And if ever there was a gifted student turned middle management, it is Miranda Lawson. Except she's genetically engineered to be perfect about it, but it's still the same same kind of thing. Yeah, she likes to handle things herself, both because she thinks she can, And C's asking others for weakness, but probably also because she doesn't want to open up, and also doesn't want to get others involved in case they fail.
Miranda, you're one of my crew. Tell me what's on your mind.
You remember what I told you about Father? Building a dynasty?
Excuse me.
There was another reason I went to Cerberus for protection. I have a sister, a twin, and he's still hunting her. Cerberus has kept her safe, until now. She's living a normal life on Ilium, safe and hidden from my father.
So you think your father's tracked her down?
Precisely, Commander. My sources indicate he knows that she's on Ilium. I've tried to keep her hidden without impacting her life, but I'm out of options. He's too close. I need to relocate my sister's family before it's too late.
What do you know about your sister?
She's my genetic twin. We're identical, but she deserves a normal life, and she's going to get it no matter what.
Did your sister's family know about this? Are they okay with being relocated?
They know nothing. They're completely uninvolved. Normal. I told Cerberus, and they're coming up with a positive reason to move the family.
What do you need me to do?
My father is extremely persistent. I'd like to go to Ilium when Cerberus is moving the family to make sure none of his agents get too close. My contact's name is Lantea. She'll be waiting for us in the lounge near the Nos Astra docking bay.
When we go to Ilium, we'll do that, because there's like 40 different missions on Ilium. So that'll be one.
Weren't you originally stationed on Horizon?
Yes. If I hadn't joined Cerberus, I'd be abducted by the Collectors right now.
Wow, you really dodged a bullet.
Yeah, I couldn't take that. They beat the hell out of me.
Shepard, need me for something?
Have you got a minute?
Can it wait for a bit? I'm in the middle of some calibrations.
Talk to you later, Garrus.
I'll be here if you need me.
Oh. Alright, let's go see what's up with Grunt, if anything, and then let's go and Ellie.
Shepard.
Just checking in, making sure you're acclimatizing.
The hold is too open. Not enough cover. Armor is limited. Warlord Granth would target here to scatter heavy cargo, then focus on engines. That's what tank imprints show about human ships anyway. It's how I learned from the tank. Old pictures where memory is. Like holding a book for a child. Just remember this, picture after picture. No help with finding a reason to care.
What other human info is floating around in there?
Less than a finger deep to sever your spine. You're soft. Solarians, Asari, all soft. Quarians, not so much. Turians, you have to work the blade, I guess. Don't see much point to it, though. Much point. Never mind.
Okay.
Something must move you. You're as genetically Krogan as you can get.
I see suffering, the dead, and I think weak. I'm supposed to be strong. My guts were grown from thousands more worthy. The dead were weak. If they were strong, I wouldn't be needed. I don't know why Okeer started teaching. When he turned on the tank the first time, I screamed. Weak, pitiful.
So you started small, but you became what you are. Not everyone gets that chance.
I'm built for strength, but didn't earn it. I just am. Those dead were strong enough to try, even if they lost. The perfect Krogan, ignoring what made me. No strength in that. I'll take another look at what happened to the Krogan. Find a reason to care about it.
Forgot how serious he was in Mass Effect 2. Kinda gets relegated to comic relief. Kinda sad, because he really is a character at this point. Alright, let's go Okay, that's a lot of things. There. Root. Alley. Let's go for it. Worth noting there, I don't know if you caught that. The Geth, the Morning War, the war between the Geth and the Quarians, took place in the late 19th century. This was also around the time when the Reapers were supposed to have invaded, but they were basically thwarted by. Well, you remember the Prothean Project, Ilos, from the end of the last game, so they sent the signal to the Keepers. The Keepers were supposed to open the Citadel relay, and they didn't. And so, if that had happened, then they did 300 years earlier, before they did. Good night, WizKid. You're going to miss a recruiting tally, but feel free to go back and rewatch. See how it goes. Let's bring Garrus, because we got to bring Garrus to recruit. And Sumi? Or Miranda? A little more. Yeah, let's go with Kasumi. Let's see. Overload. Let's go with heavy instead of airy. Let's go for that. In Rebel? Alright, cool. Switch this out for the arc project. Going for synthetics. Attic incisor. Thanks, good. Let's do it. Sorry, WizKid, if you're tired, you're tired. You can always just lie down and watch.
The tally is somewhere in these ruins. There is considerable
or, like I said, you can always come back and rewatch this part. Rewatch tomorrow, that kind of thing. Your call. Ultimately, it's your call. You're a grown-up. You can do what you want to do. Let's go put our ammo on. I will, for your sake, and honestly, for the sake of my sleep,
change weapons.
I'll go through relatively quickly. Get over there. Oh no.
I'm having serious issues with my shields.
And I'm wearing black. Can we get in the shade, please?
Oh jeez. Okay. I've like I said, I've never gone through this game with Kasumi. Never heard this.
Anyone who gets this, find Talizora. She and that data are all that matters. Kill us alive.
Okay. What else here? Come on. Gate.
Incoming dropship. Hostiles up ahead. One less to worry about. I love this.
Is that it? Let's...
I love this rifle.
going.
You got it. Scoped and dropped!
Yeah, like I said, WizKid, if you gotta get to sleep, I totally understand. I should too. So after this, I will. I might actually have something to do after this, we'll see. But, in either case, if... Darn. If I do have more work to do, I gotta... Either way, I am probably not going for the full midnight run, if that affects your decision. Again, it not shouldn't necessarily. You should think that through. Regardless, though, if you're not sticking around, I will see you next time. If you are gonna go back and listen to this later, hello, WizKid, tomorrow or whenever.
Fire in the hole!
Ow. Wow, that was nice.
I love this rifle. Never saw me coming!
Okay. Alright, let me see what else we got in here. I think more things to collect down here.
We should find an alternate path. We're roasting out here.
I've noticed, Scares. These shields just breathe. The pop noises. Let's have...
Affirmative!
We're in close quarters. There we go. Hey, Cal Rieger. Love this guy. Tempest. I don't want it. No, don't switch me. Oh, it switched me. I don't like it. Not as good.
Op 1, this is Squad Leader Cal Rieger. Come in, over.
Okay.
This is Commander Shepard of the Normandy. Can we provide assistance?
Patch your radio into channel
It's the hero of Canton. Oh, Cal Rieger.
High risk. We found what we were after. The Geth found us. They've got us pinned down. Can't get to our ship. Can't transmit data through the solar radiation.
Any idea where the Geth came from?
One of the patrol ships found us. Dropships started raining Geth down on our heads before we could get off world. Systems under Geth control. We knew they made planetary sweeps periodically. We hoped going low emissions would hide us.
Do we have to worry about the Geth sending in reinforcements?
I don't think so. Their patrol ship hasn't lifted off again. The radiation blocks all off-world communication.
What's the status of your team? How many of you are left?
We were a small squad, dozen Marines plus the science team. We're down to half strength now. Made the synthetic bastards pay for it, though.
Rieger. He is one of my favorite off-the-wall side characters. Like, very minor or something.
What brought you this deep into Geth-controlled space?
You're asking the wrong person, Shepard. I just point and shoot. Something about the sun. It's going bad faster than it should. Some kind of energy problem.
How are you holding up? We can be there in a few minutes.
Take it slow and careful. Direct sunlight fries your shields all to hell. We're bunkered down at base camp across the valley. I left Tali'Zorah at a secure shelter, then doubled back to hold the choke point. Getting Tali out safely is our top priority. If you can extract her, we'll keep him off you.
You got confirmation that the Geth haven't reached Tali yet?
Affirmative. Left my best men with her. When you get here, you can talk to her on the comm. Every Marine on this rock is sworn to protect Tali'Zorah. As long as one of us is still drawing air, she'll be safe.
You're gonna throw your life away for research?
Negative. I'm gonna give my life for the migrant fleet. All the difference in the world. I'm no tech expert, Shepard. I'm a Marine. They tell me to shoot. I shoot. They said to protect Tali and the data. You get them out safe. I've done my job.
Hold position. We'll hit their back ranks.
Wait, watch your ass. We got a dropship coming in. Crap, doorway's blocked. Grab the demo charges in the buildings nearby. Use them to clear a path.
Shepard, I have scanned the area and located the demolition charges the Quarian commander mentioned.
Put it on my radar.
Done. You will need both sets of charges to clear the rubble.
Smoking!
This gun is
Can't get
so
there.
inaccurate.
One less
Such
to
low
worry
damage.
about.
Deal with this. Anyway, we'll gotta deal with it because I have an option. Pistol option.
I think we got them all.
Got it.
Yes.
Switch.
You got it.
In there. And there.
Down you go.
Scoped and dropped.
Alright, I'm good.
We need a core sample to get a timeline on the rate of radiation increase, but our equipment keeps dying on us. Shepard once used a mining laser to clear some rubble back on Zero. Maybe I can do something similar with demolition charges.
Okay, there's one. Oh. What's the other one? Oh.
Never saw me coming.
You got. Haha.
Okay.
They're coming from the front.
That's not going to do it. We need more charges.
Okay.
Eat it.
shouldn't have done. Hey, full up. What happened? Crap. Oh no. It happened. It finally happened. I accidentally clicked outside the tab.
Firing a high impact shot.
Now you see me. Down you go.
Light him up.
There we go.
Scoped and dropped.
I love Garrus's catchphrases.
Going silent.
There we go. Right. Let's head up, over, and around. Again. That time was intentional for once. There we go. Hopefully that doesn't keep doing that.
It's next to impossible to get accurate solar measurements. The radiation keeps burning out our equipment. This sun shouldn't be like this. It was stable a few hundred years ago. Stars don't die that quickly.
This was supposed to be a huge part of the ending of the plot of Mass Effect 3, but it was largely dropped and switched out for how the game actually
Charges
ended.
a go. Move it or lose it.
I'm going to not explain how they actually did the ending because I don't want to actually spoil it. But this was supposed to be a story about at least this part in particular. The idea was going to be that the Reapers were attempting to stop the continuous use of Mass Effect technology because the use of dark energy was destabilizing stars. And so the Reapers, by instituting their cycle, wiping out all advanced Mass Effect using civilizations.
Quarian architecture. There's two words you don't expect to hear together.
Essentially, the idea was
deep
that
behind
they would,
get lines. Hope the Quarians got what they were looking for.
Essentially, what happened was the idea was to
This might be useful.
The Reapers would prevent civilization from developing to the point of overloading and basically permanently destabilizing stars. Switch out. It's at stupid. Locust. It's better.
Tully's order to base camp. Come in base camp.
Alright, and I do. But this got switched out for what I think is a much more thematically appropriate reason and rationale behind the Reapers that I think more satisfying. I actually really did like the ending of Mass Effect 3 and the whole reasoning for it.
Our ancestors walked these halls with uncovered heads. The sun must have been normal back then. So much space, walls of stone. It's amazing. I wish my friends could see it. I wish Shepard were here.
Hey, we're here.
Tully's order to base camp. Come in base camp.
Yeah, I actually do like the ending they settled on much more than this.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Tali, it's Shepard.
Shepard? I'm not complaining, but you show up at the strangest times. What are you doing in the middle of Get Space?
I was in the neighborhood. I thought you might need a hand.
Thanks for coming, Shepard. It means a lot to hear your voice. Call Rieger and what's left of the Marines got me into the observatory. From where you are, it's through the door and across the field. I got the data I needed and I'm safe for now, but I've got a lot of Geth outside.
What is this research you're after?
It's about this world's sun. It's aging faster than it should. I can tell you more about it once we've got fewer Geth shooting at us.
Yeah, the other reason that I didn't dig this so much as a potential ending is because this is the only time that dark energy or sun's going or sun's aging too quickly or anything like this is even remotely mentioned. The actual ending is basically just the theme of the entire series. I get that the theme for this is something like the dangers of too rapid technological development. Excuse me, that kind of thing. Excuse me again. But at the same time, I don't know. It seems like a kind of environmental message environmentalist kind of message that fits, right? It's kind of cool it being here, this kind of thing, but it's not. I don't think it makes a suitable climax for the series. It doesn't really summarize all of the themes of the series like the actual end ends up doing. So there's my short argument for the real ending rather than this possible ending. This did totally get dropped, though, by literally the end of this mission, which is kind of unfortunate that we didn't get to see anything to do with this resolved, but it's a big galaxy.
Is anyone else still with you, or are you alone out there?
Rieger had a team of Marines covering me when I ran for the observatory. At least some of them are still alive. I can hear them firing at the Geth outside.
Would it help if I brought in the Normandy?
Doubtful. These buildings are centuries old. If you bring down heavy fire, this whole place could collapse on us.
It looks like somebody sealed the door against the Geth, and the console's damaged. Can you get it open on your end?
Let me see. Yes, I can do it. Here. Should be unlocked now. Be careful, Shepard, and please do what you can to keep Rieger alive.
Right, one more. I have to... For some reason, chat is not staying up. Nobody said anything for a little bit anyway, but is showing this kid's previous message. I don't know if another message will update it, but let's see. It should be a problem.
We've been spotted.
I love how fragile those are.
Snipe that one!
Going dark.
Can I do that? Eat it!
That's true.
This should punch through their armor.
I don't know if I like quite how fragile Geth are in this game, especially compared to the first. It seems like the first they were a lot more a bit more of a threat. Here they are high damage, but they are not tanky at all. They are very easy to take down.
Scoped and one less to worry about.
Ha! Eat it!
There we go! Scoped and drop!
Down you go! Ha! Eat it!
Oh. I saw that.
Going silent.
Alright, is that it?
Oh God, Colossus!
Get down!
That's a boss
definitely
fight.
like old times.
Yeah, something to shoot on,
Enemies!
on foot that before we had only Mako.
Over here! Get to cover! Squad Leader Calibrate, Migrant Fleet Marines. We talked on the radio before that dropship arrived. I still got no idea why you're here. This ain't the time to be picky. Tally's inside over there. The Geth killed the rest of my squad, and they're trying to get to her. Best I've been able to do is draw their attention.
Are you sure she's still alive?
The observatory is reinforced. Even the Geth will need time to get through it. And it's hard to hack a door when someone's firing rockets at you. The Geth are near platoon strength, but the Colossus is the worst part. It's got a repair protocol. Huddles up and fixes itself. I can't get a clear shot while it's down like that. I tried to move in closer, and one of the bastards punched a shot clean through my suit.
How bad is your suit damage?
Combat SEALs clamped down to isolate contamination, and I'm swimming in antibiotics. The Geth might get me, but I'm not gonna die from an infection in the middle of a battle. That's just insulting.
I love it.
Any ideas on how to deal with the Colossus?
Standard protocol with armature-class units is to sabotage the shields and whittle it down, you know? Kill it with bug bites. But the repair protocol blows that plan to hell. You try to wear it down, it just huddles up and fixes itself. So whatever we do has to scrap that bastard fast. Probably means getting up close, past that cover.
What can you tell me about the battlefield?
Right side's got a catwalk with a sniper perch. You could wreak some havoc from there, but none of my men made it past the Geth. Middle's got cover, but the damn Colossus has a clear shot at you the whole time, and you've got Geth coming in from both sides. The left gives you some cover from the Colossus, but your ass is hanging out for the Geth. That's how I got shot.
Okay.
We need to get to Tally. Got any ideas?
Just one. I'm not moving so well, but I can still pull a trigger, and I got a rocket launcher that the sun hasn't fried yet. You move in close. I'll keep the Colossus busy, maybe even drop its shields. With luck, you'll be able to finish it off.
You've done enough, Rieger. You don't need to throw your life away.
Wasn't asking your permission. My job is to keep Tally safe. This is...
We don't have enough people on our side for you to take one for the team. Stand down.
I'm not gonna stand there while you run into enemy fire. They killed my whole squad.
And if you want to honor your squad, watch my back. I need you here in case they bring reinforcements.
All right, Shepard. We'll do it your way. Hit him for me. Keep us alive.
Hostiles! Snipe that one. Concussive shot ready.
Ooh. I think we're gonna go right.
Never saw me coming!
Ooh, unless that all happens. Alright, that's not good.
Now you see me. Can do it.
Fire in the hole!
Oh.
Cloaking.
Some nasty mistakes here. Oh. Alright, it's heavy weapon then. It's,
Shields down.
Smoking.
Got it.
Now you see me.
Alright, I'm past the Colossus.
Light him up. Scratch one!
Alright, got him.
Just a second. I locked the door to keep more guests from getting inside. There, that should do it.
Alright, now let's go collect everything. There's a lot of resources there, and I'm sure there are some material. Let's turn it up. I like that. Yeah, that's it. Hey, there. Iridium. Perfect. Yeah, I think I almost always go right. So I typically go right. Alright, let's see. Elvish.
Just let me finish this download.
Hey.
I'm going.
Thank you, Shepard. If not for you, I would never have made it out of this room. This whole mission has been a disaster. I wish I'd joined you back on Freedom's Progress, but I couldn't let anyone take my place on something this risky.
A lot of Quarians lost their lives here. Was it worth it?
I don't know, Shepard. It wasn't my call. The Admiralty Board believed the information here was worth sacrificing all our lives for. I have to believe that they know what's best.
I didn't ask what some admiral thought. I asked what you thought.
A lot of people died here. Some of them were my friends. All of them were good at their jobs. That damn data better be worth it. The price was too high.
Now that puts a little different spin, negative spin. That its plotline really goes nowhere. The course of the trilogy, at least. Unfortunate. And apparently, the research did. So yeah, that's saddening. Respect. Big picture.
What can you tell me about your research here?
Haystrom's sun is destabilizing. Back when this was a Quarian colony, it was a normal star. It shouldn't change that quickly.
Any idea what's destabilizing the sun?
If I had to guess, I'd say that it was dark energy affecting the interior of the star. The effect is similar to when stars blow off mass to enter a red giant phase. But Haystrom's sun is far too young for this to be natural.
Whatever the reason, I'm glad I could help. Once you deliver that data, I could use you on the Normandy.
I promised to see this mission through. I did. I can leave with you and send the data to the fleet. And if the admirals have a problem with it, they can go to hell. I just watched the rest of my team die.
Maybe not the whole rest of your team, ma'am.
Rieger, you made it.
Your old captain's as good as you said. Damn Colossus never stood a chance.
If need be, the Normandy can get you out of here, Rieger.
The Geth didn't damage our ship. As long as we get out of here before reinforcements show up, we'll be fine.
Actually, I won't be going with you. I'm joining Commander Shepard.
I'll pass the data to the Admiralty board and let them know what happened. She's all yours now, Shepard. Keep her safe.
Awesome. All right. We got Tally. Recruited to Talizora. We're loyal to Shepard. Talizora's antagonism towards Cerberus necessitates observation. That's also that Superman is watching. Also sending recon units to examine Geth activities in case activities on Haystrom provoke action. Up a submachine gun. Meh. Assault rifle damage. Nice. Credits. Iridium. Lots of iridium.
Cerberus saw footage of you in action, Talizora. We're looking forward to having you on the team. Your engineering expertise will really benefit the mission.
I don't know who you are, but Cerberus threatened the security of the migrant fleet. Don't make nice.
That's why you're here, Tally. I need people who aren't Cerberus. People I can trust.
I wasn't part of what happened to the migrant fleet, but I understand your distrust. I hope we'll get past that as we work together.
I assumed that you were undercover, Shepard. Maybe even planning to blow Cerberus up. If that's the case, I'll loan you a grenade. Otherwise, I'm here for you, not for them.
If it helps, check out the Normandy while you're here. We've gotten a few upgrades.
I'll get Talizora the necessary security clearance to access our systems.
Please do. I can't be part of your team if I don't know how the ship works. Remember, Shepard, these people thought enslaving Thorian creepers and Rachni was a good idea. I'll be in engineering.
Don't forget to introduce yourself to Edie, the ship's new artificial intelligence.
She's not happy about this. Not happy about this at all. All right, let's do some upgrades. Let's go talk to Tally. Actually, you know what? Let's see what else we got to do. I want to wait to talk to Tally until our resident Tally Stan, his kid, is back in the chat. So we'll probably put that off. Let's get this thing. That iridium that we picked up. Nice. Let's see what else. Penetration. Take it. Anything else in here? No. Armor upgrades. Anything here? Nope. Oh, okay. Cool. Let's see if we have anybody else to talk to in the meanwhile.
I had a wonderful chat with your friend Tally. She's not what I expected from her psych report. I like her.
Tally's a good friend. We've been through a lot together.
Quarians are so fascinating to me, but they also make me a little sad.
Why do they make you sad?
Their environment suits are so beautiful, but with their immune systems, they're trapped inside. I wonder what they look like under those helmets, or what their skin feels like under those suits.
Well, not this time. You're not, Allie. At any point for a male chaperone. That would be the thing.
Is there anything I should know?
You have unread messages at your private terminal. Jack would like to see you down in her hidey hole on the engineering deck. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need any. Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Transfer request from the migrant fleet. Per Talizora's request, she has been transferred. The choice was hers. You were her captain on her pilgrimage. The Admiralty Board trusts that you will treat your new crew member with the respect due to fleet. Should any harm come to her due to negligence on your part, this board will take severe and appropriate. That's an appropriate threat. All right. Ooh. All right, Caden. You know what? I'm also going to save this one to read out until our resident, Caden Stan, is here. So I'll read this through next week. Well, let's go see what's up with Jack.
I got thoughts like little bugs crawling in and out of my head. I can't stop them. You know I have a history with Cerberus. You know how far back it goes?
I'll listen to anything you have to say, Jack.
Your pal, the elusive man? Never seen him before, but Cerberus raised me. First thing I remember is my cell door in a Cerberus base. They did experiments, drugged me, tortured me. Whatever chance I had to be normal, they stole it by trying to turn me into some superbiotic. The doctors, the other kids, every one of them hated me. They let me suffer.
There were other children in the base?
I didn't know much about them. I was kept separate. They hated me just like everyone else there. When I broke out, I had to fight through them all. I showed them, but there's a loose end I need to deal with.
What did they hope to gain by torturing a little girl?
It was something about pain breaking down mental barriers and how it might clear the way for a more biotic power. I'm sure there was a payoff due at some point, but I wasn't going to see it. I was wired up in a cell.
Very, this... I have to wonder if there is some kind of inspiration from this for 11 from things. There's a lot of commonality. Then again, it is a kind of a classic trope. You see this in sort of Magneto's origin story, with Dachau. Is it which concentration camp? But anyway, Magneto has a similar kind of story. The bald girl who was given magic powers for torture is. I feel like 11 is kind of inspired at least in part from this, but without the wildly over the top hypersexuality.
They tortured you just to see if they could make a strong biotic? That's it?
Wasn't in a position to ask, Shepard. All I know is a little girl crying in a cell, begging for the pain to stop.
You love the power they gave you.
They never gave me a choice.
How did you get out of there?
There was some kind of emergency, and I made a break for it. The other kids came out of their cells and attacked me. So did the guards. I just killed everything in my way and ran. Guess my biotics had developed faster than they thought. I managed to get a shuttle off the ground. Drifted until a freighter picked me up. The crew used me, then sold me. That's my uplifting escape story.
You're absolutely certain that Cerberus was running the facility?
I was a kid, but I wasn't dumb. I know how to listen. It was Cerberus. Don't care how far down the chain it was. They thought they were so clever. Turns out, mess with someone's head enough and you can turn a scared kid into an all-powerful bitch. Fucking idiots.
I'm going to talk to the elusive man, and he'd better have some answers.
He'll just deny everything. That's not what I'm after anyway. I found the coordinates in your files. I want to go to the Telton facility on Pragia where they tortured and drugged me. I want to go to the center of the place, my cell. I want to deploy a big fucking bomb, and I want to watch from orbit when it goes.
You've lived with this your whole life. Why do this now?
Like I said, I found the coordinates in your files. You can't expect me to just sit on information like that.
I'll set a course for Pragia.
I owe you, Shepard.
So, we may do that next time. I'm always kind of torn between getting all the companions and all the crew together first, versus getting loyalty missions done first. So if anybody has any input on that between now and next week, earlier the better, so I can make an appropriate thumbnail. I'm leaning towards next week going to Ilium and recruiting Thane and Samara, so our almost last couple of crew members. So doing that, then after we do that, then we can start going through loyalty missions and side quests. All right, it is 11:20, and like I said, I probably ought to wrap up a little bit early. I have to get up early tomorrow morning, and I have to make sure that I haven't gotten any more panicked emails from students, which is a regular occurrence since it started. So, and of course, a completely understandable occurrence given the wacky circumstances. So, with that, I am going to say thank you to everybody who tuned in, and I hope to see you next time. Remember, Thursday, same time, same place, is our stream for Red Dead Redemption 2. We're going to pick up right where we left off, and we're going to do some more of, wrap up a few more of those jobs in Saint Denis, do a few time-sensitive side quests, and then we might get to where bad things start happening. We'll see if we get there. If not, then that'll be the following week. And for now, like I said, we're just here to come back for Mass Effect 2. That is also plan is right now for that to come back next Monday night. So I'll see you guys around. Keep an eye out. I have another video that is made, but again, like I said, I may need to do some re-editing and such on it. So we will see if it's ready this week. Re-editing, maybe even recording. That is going to be on the Republic. I also have plans for a couple of more coming up, including one on, broadly speaking, one on aesthetics, from natural law perspective. So that one's also coming up. That one is going to be, I'm going to coordinate the release of that one with my honors class. I'm going to coordinate the release of the Republic one, likely with religion class when I start mentioning that. So we will see when. All right. That's all I've got for tonight. So, like I said, I'm going to jump out a little bit early tonight, see if I get stuff done and get to bed a little bit early as well. Erica says, I'm afraid that your poor tech has a gef before. Kasumi, presumably, I just saw that. Sorry. Like I said, my is not down. Anyway, yep. We will, anyway, that being what it is, good night, everyone, and see you next time. Bye-bye.